Hello everybody and welcome again to another Georgia Canine Training video. This next trail that we're running is with Coda. This is a veteran dog and what we're working on is hard surface trailing in an urban environment next to a Walmart. And we got a little unexpected problem here, primarily due to handler error, with a big air scent problem at the end. Excellent training video. I hope you enjoy it.
Love the gator crawl.
One of the things I want you guys to realize here is that we're not doing any type of compulsion tracking here. We're not forcing the dog's nose to the ground. We don't have somebody walking in bare feet or just socks. We're not spraying the pavement down with human-scented water. This is just a dog working in a semi-urban environment through contamination and on hard surfaces using its natural abilities without any help, without any assistance. Truly crucial when you're trying to build an urban dog that you don't give it crutches to work by. Those crutches do nothing but hurt the dog in the long run. It's never easy. What you have to do is you have to use a tiered process and work very, very slowly to get this type of performance. Now, one of the things that's happening is the dog's starting to slow down right here at this intersection. Pretty much it looks like the odor's just ending. Heads up, tail starts to drop, goes back to the gutter, goes to the edge of the grass. Our person never walked here. This is just the edge of the blown odor from the intersection. It's something that happens at every intersection, at every urban environment. The dog doesn't always get sucked into something like this, but it's a normal situation in an urban environment. Whenever you have intersections, you have wind tunnels. It's where the wind just happens to blow the scent. And the dog is going to follow the natural strength of the odor wherever it may lay. So in this case, he followed it outside off the track. He's doing his best to find an exit. It just doesn't exist. Okay, so the dog's showing another clear negative right here. Tail set's changed, heads up, he's just looking around. It's clear that he can't find the trail out, and I've given him 180 degrees to try to do it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk him back in the general direction where I knew he last had odor and let him have the leash. That's what he does right here. Now what happens is when he gets back on odor, we get a really, really strong, super hard track. He starts pulling really hard. It's hard to stay up with him. One of the other things I want you guys to realize too is that this is a pretty much a double-blind track. I'm not exactly sure where our trail error went here. There were some basic guidelines, but how she walked and where she walked was not part of it.
It's like a 180-degree different dog as soon as he gets on odor. He pulls so damn hard. Sitting right there, and then she left from here.
This is a great proximity alert, and I make a huge mistake by allowing Coda to literally pull me off my feet and we start running and moving way too fast. You never want to do this in a proximity alert, because what happens is the dog's doing his best to get to source as fast as possible, but because the human's connected to the lead and can never move as fast as the dog, there's a big disconnect there. So a lot of times what happens is the lead handling causes the dog to not manage the scent picture as well as it could as if it were free. So right now we're working all blown odor. Where is it coming from? We really can't tell by the source. The wind is coming from across the street, so generally speaking, a lot of times we're going to think, okay, well, this is where the person has to be. But you also have to take in consideration this is a big intersection, so we have a lot of shifting winds. Pay attention and you'll see where the person is. It's pretty cool.
Scent's coming through the woods. I don't think we have a track here. Leave that. No. We don't leave the proximity alert. So we know we had it in that road. I bet you she's over here somewhere.
No, there's dead animal too there. I got it.
Blowing into the woods. See that?
Yep.
Gotta be over there.
Yeah, buddy!
Wow. Wow.
So let's break down the mistake. We've got a wonderful proximity alert right here. The dog's pulling really hard. Big handler error in that immediately I start trying to move at the dog's pace. I can't do it. No matter what I do, I can't move at the speed of the dog. And so consequently, I hinder the dog in his movements. He can't operate as he normally would. So what happens is we actually pass by the subject, who is directly behind me at this point right here and to the right. Now all of a sudden the dog turns into the intersection. What's happening is whenever you have an intersection like this with lots of moving traffic, more importantly, you have a windy day, the wind is never consistent. It's not ever going in just one direction. As we're heading towards the stop sign, perhaps the wind is at our back. Once we get into the intersection because of the crossroad, now the wind is shifting to the left or to the right. What's happening here is the dog is now on the fringe of the plume. The odor is literally over the top of the dog's head, and he doesn't know exactly where it's coming from. What he does is he makes a calculated guess based on the conditions that he has right in front of him. A little bit of ground odor right here, but lots of odor in the air that eventually leads him across the street. Is it a bad decision? No, it's just a decision that happened based on the air scent problem. You have to let the dog work through these things so that they can learn how to solve problems on their own. If you stop them and you post them and you make them find where the source is as soon as they start acting out with this behavior because you know where the subject is hiding, you do nothing but ultimately teach your dog to follow you. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what we do, if you like our philosophy, if you want to learn a little bit more about how we do what we do, make sure you check out my brand new book, The Tao of Trailing. It's available at gacanine.com.